Hurricane Melissa becomes most powerful Caribbean storm in 90 years, leaves 29 dead, Cuba and Bahamas brace for further damage. Hurricane Melissa, the strongest Caribbean storm since 1935, has killed at least 29 people across Jamaica, Haiti and Dominican Republic. The Category 5 hurricane caused catastrophic flooding before hitting Cuba, where 735,000 were evacuated. Cuba and the Bahamas remain under hurricane warnings. Jamaica has declared a disaster zone amid unprecedented destruction and mass displacement. Cyclone Monta triggers flash floods across Telangana. IMD issues orange alert for 14 districts as Hyderabad reels under waterlogging. Widespread flooding hit Telangana as Cyclone Monta's heavy rains overwhelmed reservoirs and damaged roads. Himayat Sagar and Oman Sagar gates were opened, flooding the ORR service road near exit 17. The IMD issued flash flood and orange alerts for 14 districts. Hyderabad's IT corridor faced severe traffic snarls while railway services were disrupted due to waterlogging. Government announces 40,000 rupees per hectare compensation for farmers hit by heavy rain. Payments by December 2025 under Shetkari Aadhar Nidhi. Chief Minister Dr. Pramod Sawant has announced 40,000 rupees per hectare compensation up to 1.6 lakh rupees for 4 hectares for crop loss caused by recent incessant rains. The relief will be disbursed by December 2025 under the Shetkari Aadhar Nidhi scheme. Farmers across Goa suffered heavy losses as harvest operations were halted by continuous downpours and flooding. A 25-year-old man killed after motorcycle hits stray cattle in Kankona. Police warn of rising road hazards. A 25-year-old Adarsh Pujari died in a road mishap at Dapod Mashem when his motorcycle struck a stray cattle crossing the road late on Tuesday. His friend Raunak Chawla survived with injuries. Adarsh was declared dead at CHC Kankona with an autopsy confirming severe head trauma. Kurtorim man dies in head-on collision at Baina. Rash driving blamed for tragic accident. Konstantino Kolako, 43, from Kurtorim, died after a head-on crash at Baina, Mormugaon, on October 28. The mishap occurred when motorcyclist Rohit Jaiswal allegedly swerved into an opposite lane, hitting Kolako's EV scooter. Both riders were injured, but Kolako later succumbed at GMC Bambolim. Two weeks after fatal Lutolim shipyard blaze, authorities still silent on cause. Nearly 2 weeks after the deadly fire at Vijay Marine Service shipyard in Lutolim, which claimed 5 lives and left 2 critically injured, officials have yet to disclose the cause. The October 17th blaze has triggered bureaucratic blame shifting. Trump and Xi announced major tariff cuts after Seoul meet. Trade deal, rare earth pact and agricultural purchases signal diplomatic reset. US President Donald Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping held breakthrough talks in South Korea, agreeing to slash tariffs on Chinese goods to 47% and fentanyl-linked duties to 10%. China will resume major soybean imports while both sides settle rare earth supply terms for a year. Trump called it a 12 out of 10 meeting, signaling renewed economic cooperation. Centre issues notification to acquire 22,485 square meter additional land for new high-level Borim Bridge and 5.73 km bypass in Goa. Objections invited within 21 days. The centre has notified plans to acquire an additional 22,485 square meter of land across Lutolim, Borim and Quela for a new Borim Bridge and a 5.73 km bypass on National Highway 566. Affected landowners have 21 days from October 24 to raise objections with Special Land Acquisition Officer, PWD National Highway Altino Panaji, outlining their grounds in writing. India rejects UN report linking Pahalgam attack to Myanmar refugees. called Special Rapporteur's finding blinkered and baseless. India has condemned a UN report suggesting Myanmar's refugees were tied to the April 2025 Pahalgam terrorist attack. MP Dilip Saikia told the UN General Assembly the claims were biased and factually baseless. He highlighted India's commitment to peace in Myanmar and humanitarian aid through operations like Brahma and Sahayata, urging the UN to avoid skewed media narratives. Bengaluru delivery agent mowed down by martial arts trainer and wife after road tiff. CCTV footage exposes cold-blooded murder. A chilling CCTV clip revealed a 24-year-old delivery driver Darshan being deliberately rammed by a car driven by Manoj Kumar and his wife Arati Sharma after a minor road brush. The incident occurred on October 25 in JP Nagar. The couple returned later to collect car parts. Both are arrested and face murder charges after confessing to the crime. Ousted Bangladesh PM Sheikh Hasina says she'll stay in Delhi, warns of voter boycott if Awami League excluded from elections. In a rare interview, Sheikh Hasina said she intends to remain in Delhi and will not return to Bangladesh unless fair elections were held. She dismissed the International Crimes Tribunal as a sham trial and warned that millions would boycott polls if her Awami League remains banned. Hasina's exile follows mass protest and a regime collapse in August 2024. Israel resumes strikes in Gaza, killing 104 including 46 children. Ceasefire restored amid Trump's support and Hamas denials. Israeli airstrikes across Gaza killed 104 people overnight after Prime Minister Netanyahu accused Hamas of violating the ceasefire by returning hostage body parts and killing an Israeli soldier. Trump defended the strikes as justified retaliation. Hamas denied involvement, accusing Israel of breaking the truce. Israel later declared the ceasefire reinstated while vowing to respond to any breaches. Trump orders immediate resumption of US nuclear weapons testing after Russia and China's advances move sparks global alarm. President Donald Trump announced he's directed the Pentagon to restart nuclear weapons testing on par with China and Russia, shortly after meeting Xi Jinping in South Korea. The order follows Putin's claims of testing a nuclear-powered underwater drone. Trump said the US must match others' programs, boasting America has world's largest arsenal. No test timeline was specified. US military strike on suspected Pacific drug boat kills 4. Death toll from Trump's anti-narcotics campaign rises to 62. A US military strike on a suspected narco-trafficking vessel in the Eastern Pacific killed 4 people, raising the death toll from recent operations to 62. Pentagon Chief Pete Hegseth claimed the boat belonged to a designated terrorist-linked drug network. Critics say Washington has offered no public proof of trafficking despite releasing videos of the attacks online. India secures extension of US sanctions waiver for Iran's Chabahar port operations till early 2026, ensuring key trade links to Afghanistan. India has obtained a US sanctions waiver extension for operating Iran's Chabahar port through early next year, safeguarding its vital trade route to Afghanistan and Central Asia. The port, managed by India's Ports Global Limited, is part of the International North-South Transport Corridor. The waiver's renewal underscores Washington's recognition of Chabahar's strategic and humanitarian importance.